Davis said early on, and he's done it. He said, I want to cover Parkinson's, but I don't want to make a movie about Parkinson's. And he did make a movie about Parkinson's. And I'm really gratified by that. He made a movie about life. And so I think you should talk about that. You made a conscious decision not to make a movie about Parkinson's. And then I did one, and I realized I was doing it for me. It was great for me to hear from all of you, and to realize that the connection didn't end with whatever I did. The connection ended with how you took it and processed it, and what it meant to you. And then I started to see people with tattoos of my face on their ass. I realized this was really deep. This was bigger than life. This was like another extension of how they see the world. And they saw the world a lot through Marty McFly. And it made me see things through Marty McFly. It made me see things being Marty McFly I never noticed. And it's just, I mean, Parkinson sucks, but it's a great life. Thank you for it.
My question for you is there something you can share with us that your father taught you that after all these years has helped you?
My mother just passed away in September. She was 92. So you say, what did she die of? 92? She died at 92. I get you every time. But he was so great. They both grew up in the Great Depression and came of age during World War II. They were tough people. They went through a lot of stuff that we don't even know about. And they come out of it really generous, kind people, and yet they reverse to brisk. They had all this risk in their life, and so when I wanted to do what I wanted to do, and I mean, I love one of the things I love about the film is that it gets across that this was insane what I did. I mean, I left school in 11th grade, sold my guitar, hired my dad to drive me to Los Angeles, met agents, and then 3 years later, I was the #1 movie star in the world. How does that happen? It's insane. But my father somehow signed on to that early. Like, he didn't get that could happen. I didn't get that could happen. But he got whether he believed in what I believed in or not, and he thought it was crazy. He thought it was a hippie. I was a hippie. And then he was in the military, so the hippie was not his favorite thing. And yet I pulled this off. What I learned was that he could suspend anything, any fear he had or any doubts he had, because he loved me. And he wouldn't necessarily tell me he loved me, but he was showing me he loved me, and he showed me by doing what he did. So the rest of my life, I always, in addition to telling people I love them, I realized how important it is to show them that I love them. And I think it's a simple act of doing something that person knows I don't want to do, but I'm doing it for them. And that's what my father did for me. He showed me love, and it paid off.
The B-roll was so on point. How much of it was original video, and how much of it was something that was recreated over time?
The person who should be on stage as well is the editor Michael Hart. I mentioned him at the beginning. He edited Don't Fuck With Cats and Three Identical Strangers, and it's interesting. There's sometimes like fighting creatively is a productive thing if it's not too violent. And we would struggle, Michael Hart and I, with how to portray things in the past, things that didn't have footage for them. And my solution was what we call recreations, and Michael Hart's solution, which was not on my mind at all when we started, was using his films from different movies. And the best version of that is the what we call moonlighting sequence, where he's doing Family Ties and Back to the Future at the same time. That frenetic sequence, and the best version of that is it's everything, and it's so there's shots from Family Ties, there's shots from Secret of My Successor shots from Back to the Future and the recreation shots. And we decided in our fights not to have a winner. and that the winner was the movie, right? And so throughout, and suddenly we realized that like you could do anything if you did everything.
Looking back, is there a point where you would, you know, if you had to redo it, would you slow down, or do you just you love what you did and no regrets?
No, I have no regrets. I have no regrets. But there's a moment that I saw this when you were talking, and I never connected the two, but I worked with a director named Peter Jackson, who did you have Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
And I would say I got in between masterpieces. but one time when we were shooting, and it was in New Zealand, this was right at the end when I'm coming to the decision in my life. It was showed in the film, not specific to that movie, but when I said I gotta get back to New York and live my life, be with my family. And I was in New Zealand, and it was raining, and it was like 3 a.m. We just finished night shoots, and it was terrible weather. And we're on our way up, and about a half mile from the set, I see Peter Jackson walking in the rain to his car. And they had this whole thing there where they're brotherhood, and they're all making these films, and they're together. And I said, hey, what are you doing? He said, I'm going to my car. I said, we need you. You can't walk in midnight in the rain to your car. It's ridiculous. So the next morning I showed up and said, I called all the department heads together. And I said, you probably don't want to hear this from me, but you're all nuts. You think this guy is one of you. He's not. He's the guy. He's the guy who figured this all out. And shooting this, and you letting him walk to his car in the rain in the middle of the night. And that's what I got. Like you want to do what you want to do, and you want to do the best you can. You want people to recognize it, but you don't want to kill yourself for it. And that was a moment that I just made the connection now that I said I gotta stop doing this. I gotta get to where life is sane, and I'm doing this for my family if I'm doing it for anyone. And it was the best decision I ever made.